Hi everyone, welcome to the Horror Lab. Today's supply is just one goal. That's it. The second in command finds a note saying, "Congrats, this is the last person." Everyone looks like they've just bitten into a lemon. Thomas looks at the girl with a "Did I just see you in my nightmares?" expression, and then she passes out again. The name makes Thomas uneasy. Must I see a witch? No, we're out of supplies. How to survive? Then Thomas has a light bulb moment. Remembering last night's monster looked like a brain dead tour guide of the maze. He decides to head back into the maze, while Minhao, like a word mom, insists on tagging along. Subtitles. Minhao finds this idea kind of interesting, so he gathers 3 daredevils for an adventure. At the crowded cop's site, Thomas spots a blinking red dot and thinks, "You better watch out. Is that a safety signal or the maze's remote control?" Minhao digs out a metal device from the monster's belly, and it shows a 7, which suddenly makes his brain do a double take. Excitedly, Minhao takes Thomas to his secret base. "Just wait for the miracle, folks." He says the maze is such a glass heart, there are no exits, so they're just pretending to explore every day. But the 7 on the device ignites his hope, revealing that the big guy might truly have a light at the end of the tunnel moment. Apparently, the maze randomly opens one area every day, so Thomas, this could be your golden ticket. So, they decide to investigate the next day, but then someone suddenly jumps in like it's the opening scene of a movie. To their horror, they find the girl has woken up, but has totally forgotten she's the spokesperson for their survival plan. So Thomas just has to shout his name to calm her down. After all, compliments are currency too. When he climbs the lookout tower, he's met with a watermelon knife. Talk about love at first slice. She only remembers Thomas' name, but knows nothing about him. Could this be the classic case of amnesia? Thomas suddenly remembers he had a nightmare about a lab. How surreal is that? Ellie is also confused. Are they really living in a sci-fi script? Thomas notices the labels on the 2 syringes match the monster device. Oh no, is this a hint? This makes the second in command hesitate, but he decides to take the plunge. Life is all about risks. When All Black sees Thomas, he suddenly goes berserk like he's been hit with a stun grenade. Now the part is started. Kelly heroically jabs him with a syringe just in time. Looks like she's the hero, saving countless lives. Finally, she understands. Without leaving the maze, all their questions will remain unanswered. So the next morning, Thomas and his pals head straight into the maze. It's like the start of an adventure. When they reach Area 7, Minhao is shocked that the gate is open and decides it's time to check it out. Well, that's just not fair. To his surprise, he discovers something magical. It's like the maze's secret garden. He thought it was a new discovery, only to find it's an old path. What a letdown. Then, the signal light turns green. Holy. It reminds me of my childhood Christmas tree. The environment instantly shifts like a movie special effect. The 2 realize it's bad news and scramble toward the bridge. The gears start turning, and hearing that noise feels like a catchy tune. They better run, so they dash. Just then, the gate slams shut like a roller coaster. The wind rushes past. But during the chase, Thomas unexpectedly falls behind, and without hesitation, he turns to find an exit like a frantic rabbit. They arrive at an open area where the ground cracks, resembling a movie scene. What a perfect script. The saw swings like a waving magic wand, and the tracks keep coming. The duo goes all out. They choose to seize the very moment when the gate is closing and never want to look back, thinking this might just be their escape exit. But little do they know, their actions will bring a disaster the village can't bear. Folks outside here, they might have found the maze exit, and everyone's more excited than on holiday. But poor Golly is like a bucket of cold water, making waves of disappointment. What a bad newsmaker. Thomas, burning with anger, can't hold back and shoots back. It's a battle of justice here. Just then, All Black's resurrection shocks everyone, but he looks like a robot with a blank expression, crying. Hearing the good news doesn't even faze him. It feels like this performance is just going to flop. All Black partially regains his memory and suddenly recalls that Thomas was involved in the maze's design. Shocking. Suddenly, there's a commotion outside, and everyone rushes to see what's happening. Turns out it's a big deal. The gate malfunctioned and didn't close on time. A historic moment for the past 3 years, just like that. Everyone knows, utterly stone-faced and totally confused. There's no time to react. The monster crashes into the open area, howling closer and closer like it's shouting, "We're home." At this moment, the half-mechanized scorpion monster appears, and everyone silently chants, "Run, team, run." Though they hide in the cornfield, they still hold burning torches, scaring them into finding a new spot.